Hello, Carol Lucio with Ohio SAD, your Junior Achievement Volunteer. We are now on session 5, knowing your work priorities. So, in the last sessions, we've gone through the 4 C's and we've talked about soft skills. Now we're going to talk about what are your work priorities. And you may or may not know this, but your generation is projected to work for a greater number of companies and in a higher number of different jobs over the course of your work lives than the generations ever have before you. So it's important that you know some key things when it comes to looking for your first job or your next job. One key thing is the work environment. What is that environment like? What are the surroundings? Where is the place you work? Do you actually go to a building? Could you work from home? Is it inside? Is it outside? There are many different variables that you could be looking at that will affect the quality of your job experience. And that's important to consider. Nobody wants to be stuck in something that they don't enjoy for a long period of time. So finding that good fit for you and for the employer is super important. So once you've established those priorities, you can use them as your anchor for guiding you in what jobs might be a good fit for you. So there are many people, especially young people, who think that making money is the answer. And making money is important. But making all the money that you can make and being miserable in a job is a horrible way to live. I've spent more than a dozen years in my career. I used to work for Junior Achievement, then I worked for the Safety Council of Southwest Ohio, and now I work for SAD, all of which are nonprofits, which aren't known for being high-paying jobs, but they are high fulfillment jobs. And that's what's most important to me, something that I feel is very beneficial to other people. I think that's important. Pay is good too, but it's not the best paying job I've ever had. Not the most important to me. All right, so we're gonna do an activity today. This is going to be a personal activity. So teachers, if you would please give everybody one of these cards. So pause now and make sure every student has these personal priority cards. All right, now that everybody has one, here's how this works. While this sheet is still whole, you're going to look at each individual card and decide, I would rather work indoors or outdoors. If you would rather work indoors, circle that. If you would rather work outdoors, circle that. I would rather work for someone else, or I would rather be my own boss. Make your choice. So make those choices for each card here on the sheet. Once you've done that, go ahead and perforate this sheet. Take each card apart. All right. Take each card apart. I should have done this before I came in to do this. And then you're going to fold them in half with the words facing out. And the item that you circled, you want to be face up on the desk in front of you. So take every individual card, fold them in half, and whatever you circled goes face up. When that is complete, teachers be handing out these triangles to everyone. Everyone gets a triangle, and you have all your cards here. Now you want to decide which ones of these are high priority and low priority. So you will place your high priority on the left side, your low priority on the right side. Okay, so everybody do those things now. Teachers, pause me until everybody has this completed. All right, now we're back. Everybody has their cards in a high priority and low priority. wants you to take your low priority and put them in your career success toolbox that you should have been using all this time. Place them in there. The reason being, these are a good guide for the future. Your priorities might change. For me, when I was young, I always planned to have a career and a family. Turned out, my husband and I were never able to have children. So, my priorities changed. I didn't have to worry about juggling those two things. That's just one example. I now work from home. I love that. I never thought I would. Again, my priorities have changed a little bit. All right, so you've got your high and low. You've put your low in your envelope. Now you're left with your high priorities. Push them off to the side, flip your triangle over. Now, of your high priorities, you need to rank them 1 through 10, which is the most important of all the cards that you have remaining, down to number 10. Once you have them all laid out and you're not shifting them around anymore, write in your answers on numbers 1, 2, and 3. These are your priorities for you at this time. And if you don't mind sharing, please share with the class when that time comes and the teacher does sharing. What was your number 1 priority and why? By the way, there are no right or wrong answers to that question. All right, so go ahead and pause me now. Do the rest of the activity. Okay, so one other thing we have for today is teachers, if you would, distribute around the class students to share these sheets with these quotes. These are a variety of quotes from different famous people. We ask you to pick one and put it right here on your career success toolbox. Something that will help you remember maybe what's important to you or what inspires you. I thank you for your time today. When we come back together next time, we're going to look at who's hiring.